So bringing you another update on COVID in Bristol and all we're doing in the city to keep you as safe as possible. So as of Tuesday this week, our case rate was 141 cases per 100,000 population. And this is down from 197 per 100,000, which is a very healthy drop in a number of cases. And that is down from 422 per 100,000 at the start of the lockdown in November. So we do know that lockdown has had an impact. We continue to do the most we can to drive case numbers down. Our local health systems in our hospital beds remain under intense pressure. It's important that we protect our NHS at this time by not overburdening them beyond their ability to respond. And actually taking on those challenges, those numbers continuing to come down will be critical to any chance we have of leaving tier 3 and going into tier 2, which will really support local businesses and households as well, allow us to mix more. Next week, we'll see the government make a decision on what tier we're going to be in the run up to Christmas. It's worth knowing this is not our decision and it's not negotiable. We had a letter from government being explicit as that just earlier this week. The decision is going to be made based on a basket of 5 indicators: case detection rates in all age groups, case detection rates in the over 60s, the rate at which cases are rising or falling in our instance, the number of positive cases detected as a percentage of tests taken, and pressure on the National Health Service, including current and projected occupancy of beds. Now, we will make our case to government that we believe it's very important that we are able to go into tier 2 if the numbers allow us. And we're continuing to take action to press our numbers down as well. But we cannot predict what tier we will be. That decision will be made in Westminster and Whitehall. Now, we recognise the year has been very challenging. That is an understatement. People have made huge sacrifices to keep themselves and each other safe. And now, this time of year, we clearly want to spend time with other people, with our loved ones as we go in to Christmas. But you do need to think about what we do over Christmas. The virus is not taking a holiday. And the more we interact with people, we increase the likelihood of the virus being passed on and an uptick in cases again. And you need to bear this in mind, particularly if you're planning to see elderly and more vulnerable relatives, those in the high risk groups. So our current tier level, tier 3, means you can only meet people outdoors in open spaces in groups of 6. You must not meet socially indoors with anybody you don't live with or who is not in your support bubble. You should aim to reduce the number of journeys you make where possible, particularly between areas in different tiers. And you must avoid traveling to other parts of the UK, including for overnight stays, other than where necessary. Between the 23rd and the 27th of December, you may choose to form a Christmas bubble. This bubble can be with up to 3 households and may include those who are more vulnerable. In this bubble, you will be able to spend time together indoors and outdoors. If you do not form a bubble, you must follow local restrictions for the tier in your area. You can only be in one bubble and cannot change your bubble during this period. If you are clinically extremely vulnerable, you may choose to be part of a Christmas bubble, but please don't feel pressured to celebrate in an environment that makes you or anyone else anxious. We want you to know that support is available. There is advice for those who are clinically extremely vulnerable on the government website, and the We Are Bristol helpline remains open on 0800 694 0184. Now, we are finalising plans for the rollout of lateral testing in Bristol. This is not mass testing. This is targeted testing to help identify and break the chains of transmission. And this is going to involve participants committing to repeat testing, and that's the only way that this lateral flow testing is safe and effective. So rapid testing is already being used for health and care staff and university testing. The local rapid testing will take time to set up. This needs to be done safely. We need to identify, build and staff sites, set up a system and get approval from the Department for Health and Social Care. We then need to identify who best to test and how regularly, as the impact of the testing only works when done at a minimum of once a week on each individual. So the focus of lateral flow or rapid testing is on people who do not have any symptoms. For people who do have symptoms, you need to stay at home, book a test through the test and trace system, which is then sent off to a lab to be analysed. And finally, I just want to wish a happy Hanukkah to all those safely celebrating the Festival of Lights in Bristol over the coming days. So stay safe, take care, and have a good Christmas.